Hello pilots and welcome back to Flight Academy Season 9, brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and today we have game 22 of the season. It's myself versus Scott, it's chance engagement, it's Rebels versus Scum. What more do you actually need? The lists are obviously up on the screen, but if you want to see them, they are in the description. And we also have our list breakdown video, which also breaks down the rules for the season. This should be a good matchup. Just going to have a quick look at how the previous matchup actually ended between myself and Scott. And I'm pretty sure, knowing my record, which has been a little bit poor, that Scott definitely took the win there, which he did. He actually got the win. It was Scramble the Transmission was the last one we did, but this time it is chance engagement. Can I avenge myself? Can I actually get my first win of the season? Classic 4K there from Cavill. I wonder what we're going to see next from the plucky little Y-Wing. That dorsal turret is in the rear as well, so hopefully Dash might decide to go quick. He has been coordinated with squad leader from Rex, so does have a focus, so possibly going to look to get himself into a position to try and get an early rocket off. But that is, again, another aggressive move from Dash, putting himself right up the board. He could barrel roll across, but no, going for the lock. He's got that side arc on, but I do have the initiative, so it's going to be Cavill to shoot first. Range 2, dorsal turret out the back. Absolutely nothing to write home about. Blank, focus, so good start if I want to get my first win on the board. And yes, we are 22 games into the season and I've not got a win yet, and that is unfortunately a very good roll from Dash. That looks like it's going to be shield, crit, and that crit coming up is a wounded pilot. Risky play from Cavill throwing himself in there, and it's not really worked out so well so far. 1 point away from half, and here comes Captain Rex. Can he do it? Not like that. So Cavill does stay just above half points at the moment, so a bit of a risky one so far, but we can pretty much guarantee we know what is going to be coming next from Cavill. And then hopefully Ketsu can actually join the fray as well and start putting some hurt in there. But initiative is back over on my side. Seismic charge has been dropped as we anticipated. It's obviously quite a obvious tactic to 4K drop a seismic, so Scott's probably going to be well aware of what's coming, but we'll have to react to that, and it can change obviously Scott's plans. Dropping devices is great, it can do damage, but it can also just be more of a deterrent, a change of plans for your opponent. So sometimes whilst it might not do damage, it might put your opponent in a worse position. So if you're dropping mines and bombs and charges and they're not doing anything, don't fret. Yes, them scoring damage is always a bonus, but if they're forcing your opponent to change their plans, that is also a win. And it looks like Rex is going to be close. He could be in range of that seismic. He could just be out. We will see, but let's see where Dash ends up in a moment. Ketsu is going to do a cheeky little one forward. Again, you've got to be careful that you don't accidentally blow up your own ship a little bit. But lock onto Rex. That squad leader on Rex, whilst he's only 3 points, because we are still using the 20-point variant for this season, whilst he's only 3 points, that squad leader is really handy for allowing Dash to get that double mod. if he can coordinate that focus on, and then Dash can get the target lock or even barrel roll himself into position to use that procket, it can be incredibly powerful. But looks like Dash is doing the large base ship barrel roll away. He does not want to be taking damage. And just a bit of assistance. Sometimes if you're, when it's the other side of your ship, trying to see over a large ship to find that middle line can be really tricky. But we got that middle line there. I'm pretty sure Dash is now quite comfortably out of range 1, but Rex does appear to have got caught by that seismic charge, so that was really handy. Cavill just out of range there, so no damage on my own ship for that, which is always, again, super key. But going to be moving on to shooting. Do not believe that Cavill's going to have a shot, but Ketsu does have a range 3 shot onto Rex. And looks like we've got a bit of a trail mix. Blank hit focus. And that is 2 hits and a crit into Rex there. Let's see what his green dice come up with. Checking the enduring card. That looks like it could actually be Rex. That is Rex down there. So really powerful combination with the seismic charge and Ketsu taking Rex out of the game. 3 points for myself early on, which is super handy. No shots there coming from Rex. Taking out that squad leader coordinate as well. So that is good for me, but Dash going to still have a shot. Looks like it's range 3 through an obstacle. This is perfect Dash range of shooting. All of the dice, 5 dice coming into Cavill. And there's a lot of paint there. Looks like we've got... Looks like hit, crit, crit. And that's going to be... Ooh, lots of evades there. Looks like 2 evades. Just the crit going through. Gonna half point Cavill. The crit is console fire. That could be fun. Luckily, Cavill has technically already engaged this turn. With it being chance engagement, going to score a point each because we are at range 2 of that central objective. So currently 3 points to 4 in my favour. I have the ship advantage if I can make that count. It's going to be interesting for Dash now because he's likely to be closing in, which Dash doesn't want to close. He wants to be at range 3. That's where he gets all of his bonuses. Getting him into range 1, he loses that range 1 bonus. He also has less defense dice at range 1, so Dash really wanting to try and stick at that range 3, making him a very interesting choice for Flight Academy on the reduced board size. You always want him just to fly around the outside and come in, but with objectives in the centre, you need to get him in there. But where is he going to end up now? I anticipate a hard turn. The bank is going to jump him straight in. He's got Seasoned Navigator, so he can adjust that slightly if he wants. But again, he's going to want to do a blue to clear that stress as well. And it's the 3 hard from Dash. Again, putting him in that range 1 area, which is absolutely not where Dash wants to be. So going to be big shot coming in there. 2 hits so far, spending that target lock. Oof, into blanks, unfortunate. But only the 1 defense die. That's 2 shields down. I am happy with that start there, to be honest. So going to be, looks like Cavill is not going to be in Arc. Oh, could be in Arc. But definitely no shot from, no, this looks like it's going into Ketsu. Surprised to change it up to Ketsu being shot there. Would have anticipated that going down into Cavill, but shields down on Ketsu. Another point each for the central objective, so 4 points to 5. I think there was a missed opportunity there from Scott. I'm pretty sure that quite likely would have been a range 3 trick shot into Cavill, which could have taken him out. But there is the 5k from Ketsu there. Contraband Cybernetics triggered as well. Kept the 5k on the board, crucially, this time. And the Cavill has also swung around. His dorsal turret looks to have been moved to the ship left, so down the board. And just a short move there from Dash. Going to keep his arc in there. He's got choices on both, but again, Cavill going to be the best option. Range 2 with trick shot, taking the focus, looking to survive this initial round of shooting here. Unfortunately, my arm is in the way to see, but I believe that's range 2. 3 nice shots, spending that target lock, hit, focus, blank. Ooh, 3. Let's see what the evade dice are rolling. The evade dice are not rolling well. It's just 1 evade, so that is shields down on Dash. And just a heads up for Season 10, we will see if we can get our dice cams working again. We apologise that they are not in effect for this. It is obviously much nicer to see those dice overlaid over the top. Makes it a lot easier to see what they are, but that was a blank 2 focuses from Cavill. Unfortunate there, but let's see. This is a range 2 trick shot into Cavill. That's definitely going to be at least 1. Oh, that looks like it's hit crit going through into Cavill. Oh no, crit into Cavill. Wounded pilot and a weapons failure. That is not great. Still both have a ship at range 2 of the central objective, so it's 5 points to 6. Ketsu being above half is really helping. Dash is 1 away from half points, so that's going to be 3 points given up there potentially, so Scott's going to have to be careful of that. Cavill not in a great position to drop a seismic charge this turn, unfortunately. And Scott does have the initiative, which is not the best for Scott. Scott actually, in this scenario, would have preferred me to have the initiative so he can see where I'm going, so he could actually react to that, rotating his arc, etc. But the YT does have a lot of maneuverability on its dial. It's got a lot of good moves there to really get himself around the board. But I'm not sure if Ketsu has managed to get arc in there. And Cavill just doing his utmost to see if he can get out of range 3 there. Only 2 left, so losing Cavill is going to make it a lot harder for Ketsu to keep that pressure on. But at the moment as well, the tricky thing is I'm in trick shot territory, so barrel rolling across. Do I get an additional stress on there from the wounded pilots? No, all good there, so just the single stress. But crucially, definitely no trick shot. Could be range 3, so I'm going to have to double check that. It is range 3. This could be bad. 2 evades versus 4 attack. Oh, 2 blanks in there. That is exactly what I needed to see. And 1 evade on the dice for me. Cavill is up with 1 health left. That was big. Especially as Ketsu did not have arc, but crucially Dash is still within range of the central objective. That range 2 bubble is huge in Flight Academy, but it keeps the points on very level. 6 points to 7, still in my favour. Dash still putting the pressure on. But again, Scott gets initiative, not what he wants to see. He, again, would have preferred to see where I'm going so that he can react with his turret, which is still left and right. Allows me to have a bit more flexibility with Cavill. Now, obviously, hate doing the old runaway, but don't really want to give up those 2 points. Happy that arc is not on, so able to repair. I believe that was weapons failure repaired there. Yeah, weapons failure repaired, no stress. Cavill is safe for another turn. Can Ketsu get turned around enough? Absolutely looks like Ketsu can, so the angle is just right there to get herself turned around. Going to be able to get a shot into Dash. Looks like it's going to be range 1, which is everything I want to see, but not what Scott wants to see. So Scott will get the chance to shoot first. Nope. Rockets A don't have that range, and I'm not even in your bullseye, so range 1 shot into Ketsu. Ketsu taking a crit there, and the crit is damaged sensor array. Absolutely fine with that. We have less than 40 seconds left on the game, so no worries with that. It is lock and focus there. That is going to be 4 big hits. That looks like, I think, 3 hits and a crit into Dash, all going through. Dash is half pointed. Dash is down to 2. The crit. No, looks like it was just all hits there. And checking. So 2 points for me. The time has just ticked up. Getting Dash half pointed, getting those extra 2 points was big. Finally, I have managed to put my first win up on the board. Great game there with Scott. Dash putting on a lot of pressure, doing really well. Just unfortunate with that positioning there at the end. But wow, what a game. Really happy with the result there. Again, another great game with Scott as well. But guys, that is game 22 of the season. We still have 8 more games to go after this. Then it's back to some regular games. We've got Mario Kart coming up soon, guys. And we will be planning for season 10 of Flight Academy. We've also got some Legion coming up in the next couple of weeks, so if you are just generally a fan of Star Wars or a fan of Legion, check that out coming up in a couple of weeks. We will put a post up on the community page on YouTube. But in the meantime, guys, thank you all so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.